All right, guys, here we go. Back out for another dirt bike ride at Moto541. This is the final moto of the day. Pretty tired, sore. The track is rough. It is pretty technical for me. Not, I'm just not well versed on this motocross stuff. I mean, I've been riding some tracks, last year and this year some. But just kind of trying to get it figured out again. Of course, I had the injury that slowed me down a little bit, and not feeling super confident right now. Just trying to work on some basics to get back to that level that I think I should be riding at. But that's part of the game. I think we all deal with it. Injuries and setbacks for one reason or another. When you don't do this professionally, you ride when you can. I try to ride at least once a week when I'm healthy. Take the time off when needed. And, life gets in the way sometimes, so you're not always out there every weekend getting on the bike. Weather gets in the way, track availability, but even going for a trail ride up in the woods is getting, tough. We've been working a lot this summer. It is not summer. We've been working a lot lately since I've come back from my injury. It's just been nonstop, so hasn't been a lot of time for riding dirt bikes and practicing getting better, so I've just been doing what I can when I can. That being said, the track, the last two rides out here, this is the second day they've been open this season here at Moto541, and I've never seen it so rough. Not that that's a bad thing, it's just something that I'm not really in shape for, or I don't know how to deal with it, honestly. The braking bumps going into these corners are, to me, they're massive. So it's really hard to carry corner speed for me. I spent quite a bit of time watching the faster riders, the fast guys, and they can rail the ruts around the inside and still carry enough speed to get over some of these jumps that I'm struggling with. But I just can't get set up for them. It's like those things are they're pretty big. They're almost whoops. Not quite, but almost. It's kind of fun. It's a neat challenge. It makes it technical and, something to think about every lap. But every corner, almost every corner has some kind of braking bump, and generally pretty deep. I don't know how the little guys do it. Watching the 50s and 80s, I still get lapped by the guys on the 85s. They're just good. They're good at this thing. Much better than I am. The ruts don't bug me too much. I can manage those. But when you throw the braking bumps in right before the ruts, when you're trying to pick one, it can get complicated. For me, and trust me, I'm not whining. I'm just explaining. It's just some of the things that I'm battling with right now. It's like even coming out of this one, I don't know why there are even braking bumps right here. I'm not going fast enough to use my brakes hardly at all. But how do you get braking bumps in the face of that roller right there? And then just fill full of holes afterwards? I know the GoPro simply does not do justice on how rough it is. But yeah, it was a tough day on the old wrist. Still got a great workout in. Had fun. I think, I like to think every time I ride I get a little bit better, a little more prepared for what's out there. This jump, I just need to do it. I roll out of the throttle really hard at the end. I really planned on trying to get at least 2 out of 3 jumps down today, and I just never could get that comfortable. The track was pretty good, but it was just rough enough to where, like I said, I just did not feel like I could carry enough corner speed to get over some of these jumps. That kind of triple tabletop thing in the middle, that's just, being brave enough to hold it on for a little bit longer. I really don't need a whole bunch more speed to do that. Same with that jump. That jump, I watch guys jump right next to me, and I roll off the throttle and don't jump it, and they're able to clear it basically going, maybe a mile or 2 an hour faster than I am. So I just need to man up. But yeah, you know, the track being challenging like this is pretty fun. It just keeps you on your toes and got to pay attention. And like I said, I did 4 motos today. That's pretty typical of what I do on a practice day. Don't have a whole lot more energy than that. I actually didn't want to come out for this one. So that was my first attempt right there at clearing that little triple after the finish line. And it went disastrously. I didn't come close. But going into that corner is really rough. As you can see, the bike bouncing around a lot. And then coming out of it, there's a bunch of holes coming out of it that make it hard to accelerate. That being said, like I said, I watched a kid on an 85, maybe it was a 105, I don't know, doing it consistently in the practice session before me, so I don't have any good excuses. But I'm dealing with the little mental blockages that I have. Kind of being a chicken, to be honest with you, but I'm okay with that, as long as I get out of here safe, man. Can't afford any more broken bones right now. But watch this jump right here. This guy right next to me, not going much faster than I am, and he clears this pretty easy. I just need to do it, right? But I will tell you, the ground right there looks really hard, and that gets in my head. And it's kind of funny. Sometimes I look at how much it's going to hurt when I crash. And those really hard packed sections filled full of rocks, like the landing for that tabletop, it kind of sketches me out a little bit. Most of this sketches me out. I mean, shouldn't be surprised about that by now. Man, those are big. See, I'm trying to outside as much as I can to miss most of those braking bumps, but then you're dropping some holes right here. And even there, I landed pretty much right on top of that third little hump. And luckily, it's rolled way down right now. It's not. There's no peak to it or anything, so it's not a dangerous jump. But I don't like hard landing. And I was pleasantly surprised that the bike actually soaked it up pretty well. Every time I flat land anything, I just cringe because my ankles and my wrists just don't like it. But definitely got the P3 skid plate to touch the ground more than once over that one. I think I tried it about 4 times in a row before I decided I'd give my wrist a break. Getting late in the day. I think this was the last session. They may have had one more after this. I don't know. I loaded up after this and hit the road. Getting into a tiny bit of dust there. Track was prepped really well. We've had some rain off and on during the week, so it's holding a lot of moisture, but they still watered today, I think. I could be wrong. There I was, that was probably as close as I got to getting over the top of that thing. And the bike's got more to give, I'm just not giving it. Because I really didn't want to overjump it, because if you overjump it, there's some, like I said, there's some pretty big holes that have been dug out from guys landing on the gas. Looks like it could be a little bit rough if you don't downside it perfect. And there's not much of a downside to it anyway, so. But I feel like I should be able to get that one fairly easy next time I'm out there. Just get a little confidence, know that you're not going to crash yourself out right off the bat. And I think I'm gonna, the other 2 I just need to do. It's just all about commitment. This section was fun. It was rough right in through here, but you could find some lines that would just kind of carry you through pretty good. And then for some reason, this third rut over was the one I typically use most of the time. This corner here, I'd go inside or outside. It was fun either way. I don't know which way was faster. Probably inside. I'm just kind of trying to work on individual sections of the track a little bit. with still doing the whole lap. I know a lot of guys will just kind of session one section of the track over and over again. But that was a bit short.
Hard time getting over that.
Yeah, like I said, I know some guys will just kind of hit one jump on the track and kind of roll out of it. I just like to do the whole lap and try to get a good workout. Maybe I should just work on one section a little bit more, get it down.
Woo!
And there are some good ruts out there, some good lines. I think if I just go outside here, that's the way most of the guys are going out. You can do it from the inside certainly, but I think the first couple times just go outside there and just make it happen. But anyhow, I think that's about all I got for this one. So thanks for watching, and until the next one, I'm out.